Hey family, how y'all doing? Coming at you from my kitchen. Currently on my Mac, doing some studying, trying to go through some Russian, and just want to hit you up real quick and say, if you don't have access to a priest to confess to, consult your wife. Like that's real talk. And by the way, if y'all can hear anything in the background, I apologize. I'm currently I got these like true crime videos on in the background. I like true crime videos. Don't judge me. Anyway, so sitting there talking to this priest on Facebook a couple weeks back about the same stuff I always talk about, and he father gonna say to me, he's like, "You got someone to be accountable to. If you married, tell your wife." You know what I'm saying? I was like, all right, father. And I was like, Brian doing that. Like, nigga, my wife gonna kill me. You feel me? Um, but then I told that to my wife. My wife was like, yeah, I mean, that makes sense. And my wife was like, the other day when I told her, because I'm very easily read. Hold on a second. Close that. I'm very easily, read. You know what I mean? It's like if something bothers me, it's obvious. You know what I mean? I don't like if I'm not happy, I'm not happy. You dig? And my wife was like, "Hey man, what's wrong with you? Like you don't seem happy." And I told her, I was like, "Man, I messed up. I slipped up today." And she basically said we was going shopping, we was coming back, and she basically said, "Hey, tell me what'd you do?" I was like, "Oh, watch such and such, and did such and such, and she's like, all right, yeah, feel better now, right? Yeah, it's what you do. You be honest. You tell it. You talk about it. You let that shit out." I love my wife. My wife is straight up gangster. Um, Side note, ain't no anger like Japanese anger. I'm sorry. Sorry. You it ain't got nothing to do with the story. I'm just side note. You ain't been yelled at till you been yelled at by a Japanese woman that happens to be your wife. That's that's painful. I thought like being black and being yelled at by a black mama would hurt. That ain't nothing compared to having a Japanese wife. Like, yo, ain't like there's like having your Japanese wife. This again ain't got nothing to do with the thing. I'm just having your Japanese wife disappointed in you is some of the most painful shit you could ever go through. That hurts. Like you know what I'm saying. Like I got people. I've had I've done stupid stuff. Had people be disappointed in me, man. But having a Japanese woman, oh Lord, that cuts deeply. But anyway, so I love my wife. Made me feel better about that. So yeah, man, let stuff out, bro. Just let all that stuff out. Whatever that's why I love and hate confession. You dig? It's just like just let it out. Let it out. Talk about it. Be uncomfortable, be stressed, be awkward, you know what I'm saying? Be shamed. Not in the way that most people think about it. Like what they call it. What they call this shit like fat shaming and not none of that stuff, but just that sense of dang man, I messed up. I messed up. And just be honest with it. I mean, let it out. Um Another thing, again, this ain't got nothing to do with nothing. I just wanted to talk about this. Was reparations. Why? Because I don't know. I was scrolling through Facebook and I saw it, and I don't know. I don't. Maybe I shouldn't talk about this. I don't know. I don't get it. I mean, I get it, but I don't get it. Maybe it's because I've been in Japan for 8 years and I'm disconnected. But I don't get it. I don't get the point of it. Especially as a Christian, I'm like, wait, but that how how does that help me get closer to Christ? I mean, how does that that don't have nothing to do with my prayer life. That don't have nothing to do with my um, spiritual struggle right now. It's like I don't know. It's probably not like this at all. But the only thing I can compare it to right now um, is like that time when I gave confession over some stuff post baptism. Well, obviously it's post baptism about some pre baptism stuff. And Father gonna stop me. Said no, that's the old you. It's done. It has no bearing on it. And for me, as an attempting Christian, I'm like, yo, I don't see the point in reparations. It's like, okay, that don't help me pray. It don't help me get closer to God. It don't help me repent. It don't help me cleanse my soul. But then again, I guess I don't know. I guess the discussion of reparations is not really. I don't see the connection between that and a spiritual life. I don't get it. Maybe they're focusing on completely different things, and because another thing, and this is also probably because I'm in Japan. I don't know. It's like I don't know, like race. It just seems like an old conversation. In light of Christ, it's just like okay, well we're all one through Christ. We're all reborn through Christ, and so it's like the argument of race. I don't think it has there's no point to it anymore. I think I can get discussing the beauty of our differences. The beauty of how each group has developed uh, an attempt to articulate the transcendent beauty of God's creation. It's kind of like who was it? Saint John? No, not John. Saint Nikolai. I can't pronounce his name. I'm studying Russian, but them Russian names, bruh. Was it Saint Nikolai Veramilovich? Yeah, pray for me. I'm sorry. Yeah. I mean, he did this. I think it was prayers by the lake. There's these collections of poems and things and prayers that he wrote. And I remember he wrote this one of um, him basically going through and thanking all the people who came prior to Christ because he's basically like, y'all didn't know Jesus, but there were elements of him in what y'all were teaching. So y'all brought y'all's people little tiny, what do they call it, spermologos, seeds of the word to your own people in a way maybe you weren't aware of, but you still, I think he went through, thanked Buddha, thanked, um, was it Krishna? Not Hare Krishna. Not Hare Krishna. That's a different thing. I forget but he went through and he started thinking. I think it's Lao Tzu. I think uh, Buddha and all these other people go through and says thank you because you revealed elements of Christ. You weren't able to reveal all of Christ, but you did at least a little bit in your own way. And so I think that's something that we can be grateful for, is like all of us what we call races, or we've developed our own unique ways of trying to articulate the complex, unknowable beauty of this created wonder. And I think that should be marveled at and discussed and celebrated, and because like I love Japanese culture and being in Japan, and there's so many nuances to how to treat people in Japan that I wish America would adopt. How staff treat customers, how customers treat staff, you know, how like something may, and of course this ain't in all cases, but like how something may really make you mad, but you kind of you restrain yourself a little bit. You know what I mean? And so I think there are elements in all of these cultures and throughout all these what we call races that I think we ought to share more of. Because like if you look at the pictures of, like, for example, Mount Athos, and you look at the ossuary where they have all these skulls of all the monks who had died throughout the centuries, I mean, you can't really tell where they're from. Not really. You know what I mean? You don't really know. Well, you could speculate on they're all white, but I mean, yeah, Athos has had many people from many different countries. You know, you can't really tell which country they're from, right? So, you know, I think we need to just, you know, rejoice in just the beauty of each other. You know, God created all of us, and I think we all need to just rejoice in the beauty that is, the people around us. Um, and I don't get it. And again, maybe it's because I'm in Japan. I'm not in the thick of all these arguments, and I don't like to be in the midst of arguments. I like if I find myself in an argument, especially online, I just stop it. I'm just like, yeah, I'm not going to talk to you because it's not going to do anything. So I mean, I don't know. Like the discussion with reparations, I'm like, I don't see the point. I have so many riches right now. Even if I was back when I was in the States, I had so many riches. It's inconceivable. I mean, and I think these ought to be taken into serious consideration. I can go to the Walmart and just ball out. My parents were were financially okay, right? There was a lot of ups and downs, but thanks be to God, we're okay. And like I can't even articulate it well enough. Of just like I'm so wealthy in a multitude of ways that just the concept of reparations right now is just it's almost inconceivable to me. It's like why I have so much right now. Matter of fact, I have too much. I need to give some of it to other people. You dig what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm stupid. I don't know. I got emotional problems. So I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyway, I just wanted to bug y'all real quick because I'm bored. Love y'all. I'm going to try and do another episode of that podcast soon enough. But y'all know it takes a while for a brother to get motivated. Also, because I'm starting my summer vacation here in Japan from my school. And I'm going to try and do more photo shoots. Yay! So keep y'all posted on that. Anyway, y'all pray for me, pray for each other, and just be good to people. Just be good to people. And you know what? Confess some stuff. Go confess something to somebody. Find a priest, call them up, be like, Abuna, y'all need to holler at you real quick. Vladika, let me holler at you for a minute. You know what I mean? Or holler at your wife or your husband or just a friend. Yeah, just go confess to everybody. Just confess something to everybody. Anyway, love y'all. Pray for me.